the time we gave away for now. I see you dance in the shadows. If I could run, then you won't know. I've run down city streets where angels meet. No one knows your name.
Awesome Peterborough-based rockers Phoenix Calling, that's their track Everybody Knows, kicking us off this evening on BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. And the guys have been hanging out on rooftops to record the video for their upcoming track Wasted Life and announced 3 local shows for the end of March and early April.
The best in unsigned, undiscovered, and under-the-radar music in Cambridgeshire. BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire.
So you're listening to BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire, bringing you some of the best new music this county has to offer. My name is Tom Simpkins and it's my pleasure to be taken through to 9 PM tonight. And coming up for your listening pleasure this evening, as it's Valentine's Day, we thought what better thing to do than invite Huntingdon 4-piece The Rose Affair into the studios. I'll catch up coming up with them from Thursday night very shortly. Also tonight we have brand new tracks coming your way from Crowland-based producer Macias, Cambridge brothers The Kogo. We're looking back to last week's live session with From the Sticks, and it's another chance to hear their brand new track Spaceman. We have a roundup of all your local gigs for the next 7 days, and as always we're going to be crowning this week's pick of the BBC Introducing Uploader a little later in the show. Bit of a special show tonight, not just because it's Valentine's Day and we're going a little bit soppy, but just enough to tell you that we're going to be live streaming the show tonight. You can find us on YouTube if you search our channel BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. Not only can you hear the show tonight, you can see some lovely pictures and video content as well. Check it out. And remember, if you want to get in touch with us tonight, we'd love to hear from you. You can find us on Facebook. Just search for BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. We're on Twitter as well. Hit us up at BBC IntroCambs. Straight into a brand new track submitted to us via the BBC Introducing Uploader, and it comes from Huntingdon 4-piece Ambery Night. Now, if you listen to the show regularly, you may have heard us play their track None before, and the guys are back with some brand new material, starting with this next one on BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. It's Ambery Night, and this is Melodramatic.
You seem to talk to me more.
unsigned, undiscovered, under the radar music in Cambridgeshire. BBC introducing Cambridgeshire.
back-to-back brand new music for you on BBC introducing Cambridgeshire. That was Crowland producer extraordinaire Macias and his brand new track Waterfall. Lots of big things on the horizon for this up-and-coming producer. He's just started working with Cambridge-based singer-songwriter Grace Sarah. And I tell you what, we're really excited to hear what comes out of that. And before that, it was Huntingdon's Ambery Night with their latest track Melodramatic. Anyway, still to come tonight, we have our Valentine's Day themed catch-up with local indie act The Rose Affair. All your local gig listings coming up for the next 7 days. And of course, we'll be crowning our pick of the BBC Introducing Uploader. And remember, it's a very special show tonight because we are broadcasting live via YouTube. So not only can you hear the show, you can watch us as well. If you're watching now, hello, this is me waving at you. Hope you're enjoying the show and what you're seeing. But right now, it's the time of the show where we like to look back to last week when we welcomed in a local band From the Sticks for live session, and the guys very kindly debuted their brand new track for us. So here it is. It's your chance to hear it again if you missed it last week. Recorded live for BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. This is From the Sticks and their new track, Spaceman.
Bronze and blues, my mind, oh this is just imitation of my mind, oh this is just my mind, and do you feel oh do you feel alive, standing on the edge of a rock, waiting for the world to begin. Do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? And I will never dream in color. Oh, do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? Whispers will parry your waves like a word. What we're ending for? What we're ending for? The asteroid game to play. What we're ending for? What we're ending for? A spaceman whose perch upon his rock like a bird. What we're ending for? What we're ending for? The asteroid game to play. What we're ending for? What we're ending for? And do you feel oh do you feel oh do you feel alive, standing on the edge of a rock, waiting for the world to begin. Do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? And I will never dream in color. Oh, do you feel alive? Do you feel alive? Blast off, I'm ready, spaceman, you're dead. I'm glad I'm alive. I'm alive.
Recorded live for BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. That's the brand new track by From the Sticks. That's Spaceman. And if you're fretting that you won't be able to hear it again until they record it properly, I'm happy to say we filmed their live session and you can check it all out on our YouTube channel now. Just search for BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. Links are on our Facebook and Twitter pages right now. So while we're recapping on things from last week, we just had to give this its second play. It was our pick of the uploader last week, and it's just been constantly off the office stereo all week. It's a beautiful track with shades of Paul Weller coming through. On BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire, it's William R. Ginn and his track, Nothing Really Changes, My Dear.
There's a girl on the train, her bag's packed, she is running. They told her she didn't wanna hear. With the trees whistling by, she thinks she's really leaving, but there's nowhere to hide around here. And the man in the park worked hard his lifetime, every turn guided by fear. Now sits alone with the birds and the strangers, wondering what became of the years. How will we live tonight? Where do we go from here? How do we let go of everything? I am scared, a little lost, but I'm trying to be the man I thought I ought to be. And if I ever told you I was scared, I was lying. Nothing really changes, my dear. You'll find out the old room and no one told you. You should have known all these years. Lessons that could only be learned growing older would have saved us from all these tears. How are we tonight? Where do we go from here? How we let go of everything? You spend all your life building towers. Now you can't see the sun in the sky. And the choices we made were all ours. So the blame lays on you and I. As for you, do you think you are different? Nothing really changes, my dear. With them on your back and the world on your shoulders, everything's wrong around here. How are we tonight? Where do we go from here? How do we let go of everything?
On BBC Radio Cambridgeshire. BBC Introducing.
Left alone to bear the brunt of all we had run away from. Label us as something we are not. This place
Model Village, Claude Loves Marcel on BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. And you can catch those guys tomorrow performing an afternoon show from 1pm alongside the Catenary Wives at the Portland Arms. But right, we've been raving about it all night, and it's finally time for our live session catch-up for the week. As it's Valentine's Day, we thought we'd better have a bit of a love feel to the show. So on Thursday night, we caught up with Huntingdon 4-piece The Rose Affair, and to get you warmed up, this is their brand new track. Just released a video for this track on Tuesday on BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. It's The Rose Affair, and this is Skyline.
I've been waking up again, midnight, missing friends who I tell that I easily forget. They say, brother, where you been? So I've been busy, can't you see I'm trying to prove I'm gonna be the best. You don't have to roll in a room with a smile, bend the truth in every sentence has to end with yes. Well, I'm a killer bet, oh, everything you ever own, and make a living by the time I'm dead. Ha ha. Complacency is safest place to say it's time to keep the grace. And there's a rumor in the town that I've been sleeping all around. You said you hate to see me such a mess. It was a split lip kiss, I was burying six down, and twist around town like a girl in a nightgown. Best you wish, or you're gonna be missed, man. A page long list that doesn't exist down. Gonna give yourself a heart attack. True story, and too busy chasing rabbits, going backwards to the banquet, cooking party every single day. I suppose it's just a habit, like an aptitude for language. Broken hearts are such a lovely pain. Never asked her how it happened, how she really stopped to plan it. She's been running from an early age. Pretty as an average kind of modern Mona Lisa, though I never saw her face to face. Oh oh.
And it's a Thursday evening in the BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire studio, so it's my absolute pleasure to welcome into the studio Huntingdon-based band The Rose Affair. Guys, it's great to have you in the studio.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thanks for having
So it's your first time joining us, so let's start at the beginning. How did the band first start up?
So originally it was just Matt and I, my brothers, and we used to just play like acoustically around Cambridge and stuff, and wherever we could get gigs really. But after a while we sort of realised that wasn't really the direction we wanted to go in. It was a bit sort of singer-songwritery kind of stuff, and it wasn't really us. So then we recruited Jacob,
I thought so.
and then again we started playing live shows electrically, but it wasn't really electrically. It was like a sort of watered down weak electrically because there's no bassist or anything. It was a bit, I don't know, it was a bit feeble, wasn't it?
Watered down electrically.
Yeah, and so then we came across Tom, and he jumped on board, and now we're all here.
Yep. The rest is history.
And the rest is just history, mate. The rest you can...
Once you got together as a 4-piece, you know, what were the early days like for you being a young band and trying to find your sound as well, you know?
It's difficult because I think, in a way, we're still sort of looking for our sound, I suppose. And only recently have we sort of decided that the direction we want to go in. I think not so long ago we were writing whatever really, and thinking if that sounds good, then we'll just play it. You know, we wrote like a sort of punk reggae song quite recently that we played live shows and stuff, and it's fun to play, but it's sort of like that's not the direction we want to go in. But yeah,
I think we're only just developing our sound now, literally within the last few months.
Yeah. Properly, yeah.
We've been writing more than we were before.
Our influences come out quite heavily in what each individual does in the band, I think, which is a nice thing. I think it's a good thing, I think, because together that's quite the amalgamation of everyone's influences is like a really broad, it's quite a unique sound, I think, if I can say so myself.
Yeah, I mean, you guys first came to our attention with your single "You Love Me." I mean, tell us a little bit about the track before we go on and talk a little bit more about it.
"You Love Me." So that was we wrote that. That was the first one properly recorded, I think, like properly.
It was about the third one we wrote together.
Yeah.
We had a couple before.
I remember just playing around on my guitar, just obviously as I do, just jamming, and the riff sort of came out of nowhere. It was quite an interesting riff because it was a strange timing. It wasn't something that I've sort of usually played before, and then I showed you, and you put the lyrics to it, and then from there, that was it.
Do you find that your songwriting is a very natural process? Because you say it all just seems to come out of the ether for you guys. Is it just something where, you know, as you say, you don't have to put a huge amount of thought to it, you're just inspired constantly?
I don't even think about it.
Well, a lot of songs are like we're just rehearsing songs we already have, and then like between a song, like we just start jamming something, and then it turns into actually becoming a song.
Yeah, literally, it'll be like Jake said, it'll be in the middle of the song, and then end of a song, we'll just start jamming. And I'll just run to the corner of the room, put my phone and record, and just let it record for as long as we play. And then often what I do is like listen back to it and write lyrics or like refine the melody sort of thing. And that's probably my favourite way to write songs. Because I don't see how people can sit in a room and be like, right, let's write a song, and sit there like it's like maths homework and try and go through it like.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys followed up from that track with the release of your next single, Fifth Avenue, which we played not too long ago. I mean, I was reading that track got a load of recognition over in the States and some radio play over there. That must be amazing for you guys to...
Yeah, it was really surreal actually. So we all sort of sat listening to, well, I say all of us, but, you know, in homes. We were like, we sat around each other. No, like listening to the podcast of it, and it was just weird hearing an American radio DJ saying the Rose Affair, kind of almost, it's like, how have we done that? Like, I just made that up, the name. It's just a name we made up, and now it's like an actual thing. It's weird. But it's amazing.
But it must be so flattering really for you guys to get recognition like that outside of the country, because you guys are very solidly based in the UK, but to have other countries buying into it must be just so rewarding for you guys.
Strange, really.
It was like three or four in the same week, which is just kind of like
it was all at the end of the year, so it just topped up like a good year.
Really, it's really exciting.
Any recognition's like amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
For something that far away,
that's it.
For it to get that far away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely, it just shows the power of how far music can travel.
That's
with the digital age now.
That's the crazy thing.
You guys have been getting yourself out and about a lot recently. I mean, I keep on seeing you guys gigs in London a lot of the time. How's that been for you? Kind of getting out of the local area and finding a new audience.
Best thing is it's amazing. Playing London is a completely different. It's something I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's because people seek, from where we're from, Huntingdon, people actively seek new music a little bit more in Huntingdon and London. Birmingham. No, in London people actively seek music a little bit more, I think. So people, like, if they have nothing to do, they'll just go down to like their local music venue and just check out a new band, which is great for us.
People appreciate it more in London as well for some reason. Not that people don't appreciate music here, but when you go there, it feels like people are listening more. Sometimes we play here, it seems like it gets a bit overlooked. So I'm not Cambridge, but you know. Where we live,
we've had some like experiences before where we've like played our hearts and souls, like just poured everything into it, and people have been more interested in like the beer,
literally,
at the pub. So it's quite disheartening, but I don't know, London is completely different. Loads of fun as well.
What have been some of your favourite places that you've visited branching out of Cambridge so far? Some of the favourite venues you've played?
For me, definitely Underbelly. The Underbelly in Hoxton is
Hackney.
It's a lovely venue.
So you've been there, it's so good.
Yeah, that was
I don't know. I think that's the first time. It was like Jake said recently. Actually, reminded me about this. It said that that was the first time been able to hear people from singing our lyrics back, and like to have that in London was just unreal. It's like everything about the vibe the second you get in there, like the sort of like underground kind of like low lit, everything, the mirror on the stage, which makes no sense and it like blinds you for some reason, but it's sick. I don't know, that's my favourite gig I've ever played. it's up there.
Fantastic. Well, look, guys, we've got you in for a live session tonight, so we're going to get you to play your first track for us now, which is I Forgive You. But before we get to that, do you guys want to tell us a little bit about this track?
Yeah, wrote this basically just... In fact, the lyrics to this song, I literally had them on guitar with me, and wrote the sort of like lead that you hear from the intro that I play. And I had my phone on the side and press record, and the lyrics that I improvised then are exactly the same as they are now. They haven't changed at all, so...
So you basically just freestyle the lyrics?
Yeah, it sounds kind of like a F64.
The Rose Affair, I Forgive You, recorded live for BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire, and I'm very pleased to say that I've got the guys in as guests this week on the show, which is rather apt, seeing as it's Valentine's Day and you are named The Rose Affair. So I'm afraid it's going to be Valentine's themed questions for a little bit now. So you guys, any plans for Valentine's Day? What you got up to?
I was planning to drink a lot.
Pretend it's not
Valentine's Day. Ignore Twitter. Just get right off all social media. Just go off the grid for Valentine's Day for me.
I'm just gonna watch a film with this girl that I'm seeing. Maybe have some food, possibly a couple of drinks.
Bear in mind we live together, so he'll be doing that, and I'll be downstairs like.
I'll come down and see what Luke is doing afterwards. I'll be like, you're right. Yeah, how's your Valentine's Day?
Excellent. Roses or chocolate, people? What would you say? If it was Valentine's Day, what would you want? Flowers or chocolate?
What, to be given to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chocolate. Obviously.
Chocolate, definitely.
Yeah, chocolate, definitely.
I know we're called the roses.
Roses are chocolate.
Is that the right answer?
Roses the chocolate.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cracked it.
So we can have both.
We'll have both.
We plugged in the system.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, as we round off the Valentine's Day part of this show, any special messages you'd like to send out to anyone on this special day?
Oh mate, happy Valentine's Day, Mum.
Hi, Laura.
She'll
kill me otherwise.
Put me on the spot.
You guys just brought out your latest release, Skyline, which is the last single from your previous release. Tell us a bit about that track.
Skyline. So this is the last song we're putting out before we start putting songs out from our EP, which is coming up soon. And Skyline's it's just about being young, really, and how confusing it is being young, and how everything's like, how you sort of don't know what's going on, but everyone sort of acts like they do a bit. And about like just growing up, I suppose. That's what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the video the other day, which you've just released. I mean, it's a great video, very, very simple, but at the same time, very interesting, and you just feel very encapsulated by it, you know?
Yeah, we didn't want... Originally, we were just going to put up with a picture of just a burning rose, but then we thought, like, everyone does that, just puts a photo up, and I sort of hate when bands do that. So, if we can have, like, basically, I think it's more of just a moving photo, really. And they literally filmed that the day we put it up as well. The guys who do all the videos, Sid and Luke, who are great, they're fantastic. The same day, I messaged them Dave before, so I'll put a song out tomorrow, and they get a video, and I was like, yeah, cool. And just did that, and sent it over, and we're like, that's perfect, man. Like, so, yeah.
Fantastic. Great when a plan comes together like that.
Really great when a plan comes together.
So what's the plan moving forward? You say that this was kind of the last release off the previous release for you guys. New EP in the pipeline. What can you tell us so far? Where are you guys at with it?
We've got a single coming out at the end of this month, or possibly early March, but hopefully the end of this month. And that's going to be the first track from the EP. And it's called Elizabeth. We've got a video done for it and everything. It's going to look really good. Yeah, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, it's
we haven't really got much planned for like the EP. We're not really rushing it at the minute. We've got a couple of ideas, but we're just going to take our time with it because there's no need to rush it.
Yeah, definitely, and it's better to get something released that you're really happy with,
exactly,
rather than setting yourself deadlines that aren't achievable. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And the worst thing we could do is to set a date and be like, yeah, we'll just aim for that, and then rush it and put a load of crap out.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even know. Like, I know that song's definitely going to be on there, but we don't know for sure what songs we're going to put on there yet.
Have you got some earmarked that you've kind of...
Yeah, we've got a couple of ideas, but we're not sure. Things can change, can't they? So
Yeah, definitely.
But we're recording like all the time. So.
Yeah. That's it. We're in a lot. Been a month.
Yeah, it's recorded sort of thing. So.
Yeah. I mean, other than the release, what's the plans moving forward? Any summer plans yet, festival-wise?
We're just really looking to festivals now, really, and just like, we've applied to loads and just waiting to hear back from places because it's a bit, you never really know what you're going to get.
We want to, yeah. We're more than happy to.
Yeah, really want. We'll play every festival we get.
Yeah.
Anyone have us?
Anywhere, we'll play anywhere. I mean, like, and also I suppose play like elsewhere from London as well. I mean, obviously continue playing London, but just branch out even further and around wherever in other cities, and just excel.
Yeah. What's the dream for you guys? What's the dream for the Rose Affair? What would be success for you guys? Be it, I don't know, a festival performance, touring with someone, working with someone, a collaboration. What would be the idea of success for you guys?
Short term?
The next couple of years.
To be able to sustain a living, I don't mean like survive. I mean like if we could do this every day, to people who have us every day, then that's for me. That's
if we could just play music every day. People enjoyed it, and we're happy with our lives. And not that I'm not happy with my life, but I mean, I'll be happier if I was doing music, playing music every day for a living. Obviously, to do it as a living would be amazing. Yeah.
How about like those landmark moments that for me, like first gig I ever went to was at London Astoria, which unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. But you know, forever during my time of being a musician, in my head the dream was I would love to go play London Astoria at some point because it's such a pivotal venue to me. What about you guys? What are the places you'd really like to tick off the bucket list?
I've got two. One, obviously Glastonbury, but this, like, have you seen the performance of Radiohead when they played in Glastonbury 2003 when they played Karma Police, and they got to the chorus and the crowd just roar it back? That moment, I want to recreate that exact moment, but one of our songs. And also the venue at the end of School of Rock.
Cool. Anyone else want to hazard in with something here?
Oh man,
I'd love to play. I know, like the Roundhouse in Camden. It's because
such an iconic venue.
I've been there so many times, and it's such an amazing building. And even like, have you been to the Underworld?
Yeah.
As well, there. Even though it's tiny and it's grotty but
it feels like a proper venue, doesn't
it? It's like the epitome of like that kind of venue as well.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
Fantastic. Well, look, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in tonight. Before we get you to introduce your last track for us, just a quick opportunity. If anyone wants to come find out more about you, check out your music, where can they find you guys online? Yeah, cool. Find us on Twitter at The Rose Affair. Not just Rose Affair, because people have been doing that recently, and there's something else called that. So The Rose Affair.
Charity, an African
charity. Yeah. So there's Facebook, facebook.com/The Rose Affair. SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/The Rose Affair. Everything just The Rose Affair. Rose Affair. The Rose Eclair. The Rose Eclair.
Think about
Excellent.
They're always clear.
Well, look, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in. And before we wrap up your live sessions, a quick opportunity. Do you want to introduce this last track you're going to play for us?
Yep, this song's called Beautiful Mess.
Coming down, he brought a friend round. She's a prom queen, Armageddon green, with a high heels, man, the high heels. It's like a movie scene. Mary Jane, you're my friend still. I burn away through your chemtrail. She take your girl's hand, she's up on Maryland. Got that flower touch that gets a better rush. So proud. That heart-burning dream they call her kerosene. Oh, you got a lot of heat, but can you handle me? Oh, Mary Jane, you're my friend still. Chemtrail. I burn away through your chemtrail. I burn away through your chemtrail. Whoa.
Rose Affair in for live session on Thursday night, finishing their session with their track Beautiful Mess. Right, still to come tonight, we're crowning our pick of the BBC Introducing Uploader for the week, but right now, it's time for your gigs.
The best in unsigned, undiscovered, under-the-radar music in Cambridgeshire. BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire.
So if you still haven't decided what you're up to tonight, I can tell you that Last Gang in Town presents Revelation. They're a blend of reggae, ska and rocksteady. That's at the Portland Arms in Cambridge tonight. Also, you've got Overload and HFS at the Corner House. And Jazz Quintet R-Cubed at Relevant Records Cafe. That's all tonight. Coming up tomorrow, we mentioned it earlier in the show, it's an afternoon show from 1 PM at the Portland Arms with the Catenary Wives plus Model Village. It's a theme of early shows tomorrow. Also playing 3 PM, it's Atlantic Avenue at the Nelson's Head in St Ives. And then at 4 it's the Woodleys at the Seven Wives in St Ives. This Monday the 16th, it's a night of acoustic folk with Richard Dayson and C. Jones. That's at CB2's Cafe in Cambridge. And on On Tuesday the 17th, Green Mind presents The Staves with support from Flo Morrissey. That's at the Junction 1. And just next door, it's Leverett at the Junction 2. Feast of local live music for you, great local artists. It's the NMG Sessions present Soothsayer, From the Sticks and Michael Robshaw. That's at the Portland Arms this coming Tuesday. Then Wednesday, Green Mind presents Blossoms. That's at the Portland Arms. Catherine Tickle and The Cider at the Junction 1. And Kath and Phil, C. Jones and Man Castell. That's at CB2's Cafe on Wednesday. It's Thursday, it's Arrested Development, 47 Soul and Heaven Beatbox at the Junction 1. Also, Green Mind in United Cambridge presents a night of great singer-songwriters featuring Tim Barry, Corey Brannan and Sam Russo. That's at the Portland Arms. Getting to Friday, awesome local hip-hop night. Super Mega Bad is back at the Portland Arms with open mic and decks, plus performances from Leaf Dog and BVA, plus Stigger the Dump versus Edward Scissortongue in an iPod Sound Clash Spectacular. That's at the Portland Arms this Friday. Also on Friday, it's the Fiver Fest featuring the Mojo Slide, Cathedrals and Cars, Sleeve of Hearts, Hard Actors, Meet Me at Dawn, and the XL5s at the Junction 1. And across the city at the Corner House, it's Bomb Factory with support from Lives. Fancy something a bit more chilled out? Midlands-based singer-songwriter Wes Finch will be performing at Hot Numbers Cafe next Friday. And there's a night of laptop music from Nicholas Alonso, Stephanus Cortese and Tristan Burfield at Relevant Records Cafe in Cambridge. Wrapping up your week this time next week, Scar fans, get your dancing shoes on as local legends Big Tenor at the Junction 1, plus Sick Dog presents Fisticuffs, Freedom Faction, Rubber Duck and Simon Lee Morgan. That's at the Boathouse in Cambridge. Voodoo Lounge Live presents the Harrington Blues last ever gig with support from Matt Zilch at Mama Liz's Voodoo Lounge. Plus there's an evening of blues with Dave Ellis at Charters Bar. That's your gigs. Remember, if you want to let us know about any gigs, get in touch with us via Facebook, BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire, or hit us up at BBC IntroCambs on Twitter. And with that, it's just about time for us to reveal our pick of the uploader for this week from the BBC Introducing Uploader in Cambridgeshire. Now, if you haven't heard the uploader before, it's a fantastic online device that allows up-and-coming artists to get their music into BBC Introducing. All you have to do is search any major internet search engine for BBC Introducing Uploader, create a profile, load some tracks, and you can be getting played on this and other BBC Introducing stations very soon. And this week's pick comes from local brothers and twins Johnny and Elliot. The guys were guests back on the show in 2013, and since then have been locked away writing and refining their music. They go by the name The Kogo, and they are this week's pick of the uploader for Cambridgeshire with this fantastic track. On BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire, our pick of the uploader is The Kogo and Start a Fire. Enjoy.
In the morning when you come, you start a fire inside my heart. You start a fire, and we're already flying. You take me higher, you play it loud. You're an awful liar. Right now, the sparks are flying, oh, and the temperature's rising. Don't wake me up if I'm dreaming. I'm holding on to this feeling.
Cambridgeshire twins, the Kogo, their brand new track Starfire. That's our pick of the uploader this week on BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. And with that, we're just about out of time for another week. Just enough left to say a huge thank you to the Rose Affair for joining us on Thursday night, and of course for you for listening. Remember, if you want to find out about any of the music you've heard on tonight's show, check out our Facebook page, BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire, about 10 minutes after the show for full track listings of everything we've played tonight. Anyway, we're back same time, same place next week, and joining us is awesome local singer-songwriter Ethan Ash. And playing us out tonight, this is his track, Chasing Your Love. Whatever you're up to, have a great weekend and a very happy Valentine's Day. You've been listening to BBC Introducing Cambridgeshire. I've been Tom Simpkins. Take care.
You were young and I was younger. We'd play out in the street. Your hair tucked behind your ear. You looked so sweet. I thought maybe I could be the man to sweep you off your feet. When you were young and I was younger, we played out in the park. Told not to stay there until after